that much more confident. This is Dhruv's innings from yesterday against the Mumbai Heroes. Again, you know, the good thing that we see over here is their shots all round the wicket. You know, on the offside, on the leg side, on the front foot, on the back foot. It's all round cricketing shots, and that's always heartening to see.
A very smart cricketer, puts a lot of thought, runs well between the wickets, does Dhruv. I think he's in some discomfort because he's holding his area under his right ribs. Well, is she in contention for being the star supporter for her side?
That's a lovely shot by Dhruv. Good use of his feet. Down to the pitch of the ball and hoiks it over mid-wicket in that vacant gap between long on and squarish mid-wicket. Placed the ball really well. Placed it right over short mid-wicket's head, and you know there's never going to be a fielder behind him.
That's excellent placement. Good footwork as well. But what I also have a feeling is that maybe because of his discomfort, a spectra-wide delivery there. Definitely no chance for the wicket-keeper standing up.
I think the bowler tried to second-guess Dhruv here. I thought he might step down the track once again, tried to outfox him by bowling it wide where he couldn't get bat and ball. Unfortunately, the plan backfired, and it's cost his team 5 valuable runs.
It's a packed offside field with 5 fielders on the offside, and the opposition knows that Dhruv is very strong on all sides of the wicket, but they need to make sure that they only attack one side. If they have to give runs, they would rather give runs through the offside.
Again, good use of the feet by Dhruv, just for a single down to long on.
Tell me, Rohan, you definitely have played in some festival matches wherein a few stars were involved, but how do you see this game being slightly different, or is it similar to what you've played?
No, it's very different, Sanjay, because I think the seriousness of this game is very high, and all teams here are playing to win. Sometimes in festival games you see a batsman, you know, if he's out, you call him back because if he's the superstar and if the crowd has come to watch him play, they call him back. But in this game, I mean, if Salman Khan got out, there's no way the opposition would say, you know, let's call Salman back, because everyone's out here to win. And I think that, to be honest, I've been really surprised with the standard of cricket on show. It's been a lot higher than I expected it to be.
Oh, that's a lucky boundary. A really streaky one. The width was offered. He tried to cut it between point and third man, but it went towards the left of the short third man fielder for a boundary.
That's the best shot in the book, in my book, when you're playing a 20-over game, because very rarely do you have a fielder that fine.
Brilliant fielding at short covers. That's the 12th over ball. It's 115 for 2. Some time to take its full effect. It is a wonderful sight here, just as the sun is setting, with the twilight zone setting in.
115 for 2 in 12, a target of 181. Pretty close. You know, all the time, playing very, very sensibly. Mixing up the singles and the... Oh, and I think he's not only dropped it, but he's nudged it over the boundary for a 6.
Well, you can't afford to do such mistakes against a class player like Dhruv, because he's going to go after it. He's taking his chances. He wants to score as many runs as possible quickly, but that was an utter mess that the fielder made out of it.
Much like most of the grounds in India, this crowd too is pretty unforgiving. No matter how much they demi-worship their players as actors, but as players they don't forgive them. Another one high in the air, and that's another 6. A brilliant shot on a roll. All of a sudden making this target not looking that difficult, but he seems to be in a little bit of pain. You reckon it's a cramp?
I definitely think so, that it's a cramp, and it brings something back to my mind. Whenever Greenwich used to get injured, he used to become more dangerous. He used to be destructive, and I think something pretty much similar happening to Dhruv, because after being in some discomfort after the rib injury, he's just going for it. He's playing as many strokes as possible, and even that is an indication that is a fair shot through covers, adding another 2 to the team score.
I'm sure he's going to appreciate the fact that you compare him to such a legend. I presume one of the reasons for Gordon Greenwich to have done that also, in my view, would be that, oh, that's a great shot. Again, for a 6, your predictions are absolutely right about him. But I guess one of the reasons for him to do that is that he has nothing to lose now and just go all the way out. So do or die attitude.
Yeah, and when somebody plays with that sort of an attitude and that sort of a mindset, wherein he doesn't really care about it, doesn't really think about failure, I think the chances of success are much higher. And he's exhibiting some extraordinary talent, Dhruv. And in my book, I think, as I've said earlier, he's a contender for the man of the series of this tournament.
Absolutely. And I think Karthik has the best seat in the house right now, bang opposite him. Very content to kind of take the second position, sitting down there.
Well, that mighty strike has not really put a dent into the confidence of the Chennai Rhinos, but also in some of the billboards that have been put there. These girls are enjoying themselves, dancing to the Tamil tunes.
You reckon these are all double heroines? Or are they here to just have a good time?
Well, I don't really know the concept of double heroines, to be very honest, but they're putting up a good show. They are in this extreme conditions which they're not used to really, because they've been flown in specially for this occasion. So they're doing their best, and you can't really doubt their efforts.
Absolutely, a very noble effort by them and entertaining the crowd thoroughly. I think what's happened is that the ball seems to have been a little misplaced, and I think we finally found it, so that's good news. The match is going to continue. Wouldn't we dent in the entire momentum of Dhruva? You know, something like this happens and one of the balls get lost, and he's been whacking every ball for 6 and 4s consecutively. All of a sudden the ball, the play stops.
Yeah, and you've seen that such breaks have not really worked. I have worked for the opponent because it breaks the rhythm. But I think the zone that Dhruv is in, I mean, the bowler has changed angles, he's come round the wicket, but his attitude remains the same, and you're going to continue seeing this effort from him, because he needs to get out as quickly as possible.
I hope it's not a serious rib injury, just a little pull at the nose. A brilliant shot, beautiful shot. That goes way back into the second stand for a 6. Might of overs in hand, plenty of wickets in hand. I think my money would definitely be on the Karnataka Bulldozers as of now. They're looking very, very strong as a team. They very convincingly beat the Mumbai Heroes last night in Bengaluru. And here we have a few more of the cheerleaders coming in for Karnataka Bulldozers. They really are getting them a lot of great luck at the moment. And it's a very, very sporting crowd, so I guess they're going to be around it, but a little quiet. I wonder if Surya is going to spell some of his magic very soon.
Well, the runs seem to be flowing. There's no stopping the runs from the blade of Dhruv. The target now down to 40 runs in 41 balls. Good to see some blue flags amongst the sea of yellow here.
I don't think they really need a lot of encouragement at this moment. That gentleman reminded me a lot of a very prominent Bollywood star, Mr. Shatrughan Sinha. And the play has been stopped for them. Not really supporting the team as much. They don't want to spoil the momentum at the moment. Went for the big hit. A chase. Uncomfortably covered and thrown back to the bowler. Kavasindu.
He's got a good willow, that's for sure. Brilliantly bowled to control somebody like Dhruv when he was going so strong. Still managed to get 2 runs out of a good ball. So I mean the body language of Chennai team suggests that they've given up the game. Tata Nano as always continues to impress the Indian crowds. Something needs to happen here. I think Dhruv is in utter discomfort. If he's in such a utter discomfort, I think it will be a better idea if he retires hurt and allows another batsman to come, and he himself preserves his wicket as well if required to come at a later stage.
Sudeep also. Oh, that's a close call. Sudeep, the captain of Karnataka Bulldozers, looking a little concerned about his teammate. Let's have a look at this close call. He was comfortably in.
Was comfortably in, but I think he tried to do a choreographic step for that. Oh, hit again. There was a cotton bowl chance. Shiva very lucky not to have damaged himself that much. It's 14 gone.
Very good. Our team is doing very good. Dhruva and JK is batting very nicely. Whatever the run rate we need, we are ahead there. But it's a very scene for a winning thing. That is the thing.
Absolutely. And as a producer, of course, I'm sure you love films, and you've also just told me that you love cricket. So since this is the amalgamation of cricket and films, you must be very excited about it.
Film is my hobby, but cricket is my life. I love cricket so much. The way I feel, the way I bowl, that is my passion of the cricket. From childhood, I've been playing cricket in gullies. Today, I got a chance to play here. I'm very much thankful for Ashok Kini, who has given me a chance, and my captain Sudeep also.
So what does it feel like for you, since you're so passionate about cricket? What does it feel like to be playing at the Mac?
It's very nice. Yesterday, when I was playing in Chinnaswamy, I was very...
That was your home ground. What did that feel like?
No, when there are the players, legend players like Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, everybody walking there. When in the same pavilion I've been walking, it was a dream come true. My father would have been so happy seeing that. He would do anything for me now. He is so happy today.
That is so very sweet. I hope your passion for cricket never ever dies, and all the very best.
Still my life, cricket will never die.
Thank you.
Cricket will never die. Very well said.
Well, the cricketer, the film stars are definitely living a dream. Imagine they're playing on the same turf on which the likes of Hayden, the likes of Vaughan, the likes of Wasim Akram, Waqar Yunus, not to name all our star players, star performers, and to play and to compete in the same stadium, to probably share or to probably use the same dressing room, definitely must be a moment of pride for them.
Cruising along, 149 for 2 in the 14-point-first. Target of 181. A brilliant shot, cover driven beautifully, and a good attempt at fielding that. Maddie throws it across to the bowler. I'd love to see him get a bowl on this entire thing.
Tell me, Vishal, how would you treat or how would you treat cricketers if they come to the studios and want to act with you?
Now they've become so professional that sometimes they teach us how to do that. You know, the best way to act, I believe, is not to act at all. And these guys are naturals because they have no baggage of institutions of learning and, you know, things like that, and how to face the light and how to deliver a dialogue. So when they come, and I must tell you, one of the best actors today amongst cricketers is MS Dhoni. Ooh, that was a close call. He's got a natural beautiful way of delivering dialogues, a very natural performance. So as an actor, you can actually learn a few things from these guys who are actually supposed to be non-actors.
Oh, definitely something that needs to be conveyed to MSD, because I mean, seasoned actors like you complimenting cricketers for their acting skills, as we are complimenting the film stars for their cricketing abilities. I mean, it's a good marriage between the film stars and cricketers.
Yeah, I won't say too good, because you guys are kind of denting a little hole in our stomachs by taking away all our endorsements and becoming the craze of all the girls.
But I just hope that you know, I mean, some film stars are becoming owners they're becoming owners of the cricketers. But there would be a time when would you foresee that day when cricketers turn producers and tell you what to do?
Absolutely, why not? You cricketers are the best entrepreneurs and the businessmen the world has ever seen. You all were just in hibernation and hiding. Come the last 2 years. Oh, brilliant shot. Come the last 2 years, and you guys have been producing, directing, and telling us how to basically live our lives.
And all thanks to an event like 2020 cricket, which has given so much financial freedom, so much economic stability, not only to top class cricketers but also to a lot of domestic players.
It's actually surprising that it was hiding in the background somewhere, and it's come to the forefront.
And meanwhile, Chennai Rhinos not helping their cause at all, bowling a number of wide deliveries, and what they require at this stage is a wicket or some sort of a pressure to be exerted by bowling dot balls, but they are doing none of it, and the game is going Karnataka Bulldozers' way. Oh, wide again. It seems that the over is not going to end.
That might be Ritesh trying to make plans of buying a team. What do you think there? Serious discussion on the phone.
That's another wide, but coming back to Ritesh, I think if the code of conduct needs to be applied to this game, I think he's not allowed to speak on cell phone during these games.
I believe that was a satellite link we got from his hotel room.
No, I believe he's flying out tonight for a shoot in London, and he's shown him a tremendous commitment for having turned up this game despite his busy schedule, as do all the film stars. And at last he managed to bowl a fair delivery, which brings us to the end of the 15th over.
And I've been listening to your conversation, some interesting insight behind the scenes, Dhoni being the best actor and giving tips to these actors. I think that's a huge achievement. That's the biggest compliment a cricketer could ever achieve or ask from an actor when you're talking about the endorsements.
Well, if you look at it, when a game is telecast live, there are nearly 15 to 20 cameras covering it, and I think the cricketers also have a fair bit of idea of which camera is on them, which camera is on the on mode, as also they know where the gap exists when they're batting or when they're bowling.
Well, unless you happen to be Shahid Afridi, who's been caught eating the ball thinking it was an apple, and obviously wasn't aware that camera was indeed on him. Here is Sunil Shetty, the captain of Mumbai Heroes. He's just stretching his limbs, and he would be required to do a lot of stretching on the field because they're coming back after a loss last night.
Meanwhile, Chennai Rhinos just seem to be going through the motions. I think they've accepted defeat. There seems to be no intent of fighting back. and it's just a matter of time before this game ends. We don't really want such type of competitiveness. We want Chennai Rhinos to fight till the end. Even if they're down, they're not out. They've won a game last night, so they're still very much in. So whatever they do here, I think if they just amble from here on, this might take them forward. The same attitude and the same approach would take them in the next game.
Let's face it, I think Karnataka Bulldozers have been the best side in the meantime. Batsman helping himself to another boundary. And Chennai Rhinos, I think they need to be accountable to their fans. They've come here in numbers to support them. And all they want is a good show. Just fight till the end and not give it up. Because eventually, it's a game of cricket. A team has to lose and a team has to win. You don't mind ending up on the losing side as long as you've given your 100%.
Meanwhile, Dhruv continues to impress, paying in a lot of discomfort, but he has defied all odds and he's produced innings of rare quality, something like what Vishnu has done for Chennai Rhinos. I think even Dhruv has repeated his feats of last evening that he did at Bangalore, and has demonstrated ample examples of his consistency.
And we just had a look at the Karnataka Bulldozers camp. They're standing right at the fence, just hoping to run into the field. The moment they hit the winning runs, they're almost there. And with 2 wins in 2 games, I think they're doing great stuff for themselves. They almost booked a seat for themselves in the finals.
I think it's a World Cup shootout, penalty shootout type of a scene there, wherein they are standing in solidarity of their teammates. Meanwhile, the boundaries continue to flow for Karnataka Bulldozers.
Chennai Rhinos showed a lot of promise while they were batting, but come the bowling, I think it was the turn of Karnataka Bulldozers. Look at that shot. The ball was there to be hit. A full toss, a waist-high full toss, an inch higher, could have been a no ball, but not to be, and the batsman obliged. And the last ball of the 16th over has been hit for a single. Karnataka. Well, this happened to be a tofa or gift for the batsman, or in fact the Karnataka Bulldozers side. It was way too down the leg side. Wicketkeeper did a decent job to stop this one, but a run added to the total nevertheless.
Oh, that's more like it. He's getting the ball in the right place. Madhavan, who's acted in cult movies like The Three Idiots, The Rang De Basanti, and also a film like Guru. So I don't really know the names of the Tamil movies that he's acted in, but he's a massive crowd puller. That's a good ball. That might have hurt a bit. A full-blooded straight drive, and Madhavan showed no intention of fielding it with his hands.
Well, she is happy. That group is happy. Obviously, they're supporting the Karnataka Bulldozers. A little more cheer, ma'am, and you may just get that award tonight, that Selcon Cheer Champion Award.
Good ball again, sir.
Well, that's massive. That's what Madhavan was brought back to. The strong gold pendant is as reminiscent of how a strong performance the Karnataka Bulldozers have put across at the Chidambaram Stadium.
Well, what a formidable victory. I think they have overhauled the score, and it's been outstanding.